Hey friends, it's the Wellness Doctor, Dr. Jeffrey Clark from Marketplace Chiropractic Wellness Center, and I wanted to share some information that I found rather interesting. In these days of social media and 24/7 news coverage and 900 channels on our televisions that get that 24-hour news, some of it real news, some of it fake news, but most of it, they make it very sensational so that you'll keep tuning in. And the news today certainly very different from when I was a kid with Walter Cronkite, the most trusted man on television. Well, now we have a lot of censorship, and we have a lot of, if your opinion differs from what the mainstream says it should be, you're completely censored or you're just labeled a quack. But let's just look at a certain facts that we have. So we have a pandemic going on. Started in 2019, we're now in 2021, we can all agree on that. And the reported deaths from this pandemic worldwide are about 4.1 million. Now let's contrast that to the 1918 to 1920 Spanish flu. I mean, almost 100 years to the year, so just off by a year or so. That estimate was over 50 million deaths worldwide. And I know that healthcare has changed over that period of time, but so has certain affluence that makes us more susceptible by having that poor diet, that high calorie, rich carbohydrate processed nutrition. We're not getting as many nutrients out of the land. We're not living as simply. We tend to be more sedentary. Like I said, we have more TV channels to sit and watch. But one of the things that we have is the pandemic is now in everyone's face constantly. It's on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the other ones. There's talk about it. One side or the other, doesn't matter what side of the aisle or your opinions, you're going to get both sets of opinions constantly. It's front page news. We see advertisements saying that you should do this. And in my opinion, there's other things that should be done too, like how's your vitamin D status, things like that we've talked about in the past. But it's constantly front of mind. We're not allowed to forget it. Every day we see people that are just totally involved with it. It's just consuming their life to this day. And let's contrast to what happened 100 years ago. We didn't have Facebook and Twitter and CNN and all these news agencies. We didn't have radio. We didn't have television. They had newspaper. And so the newspapers were printing front page stories about the 1918 to 1920 Spanish flu pandemic. And guess what they did? They were told by politicians to stop publishing articles. Why would they do that? Because when this isn't front and center in your mind, you stop thinking about it. When you stop thinking about it, guess what? It went away. What a concept. What if today no one ever talked about the you-know-what virus anymore? Would the pandemic go away? Well, we wouldn't be focused on it, so it wouldn't be in our psyche. We wouldn't be, panicking every time we heard someone sneeze or cough across the hall from us. We wouldn't be subconsciously fearful of it 24/7. So that's just what I wanted to share today. Stop thinking about bad things that more than likely aren't going to affect you directly. And yeah, we've all been affected by this, some more than others. I know people have lost relatives. I'm not trying to downplay that, but I'm trying to help people move on and move past this. Because there's people, believe me, who are so consumed in the lockdowns and the stay-at-home orders and the wear a mask every time you go out and don't trust anyone and don't touch anybody and don't have any social contact. There's people who are going to be affected negatively from a mental and emotional standpoint for years and years to come. So just like the New York Times did in 1920, stop printing it. Stop thinking about it. Stop obsessing over it. And guess what? I bet your life continues to go on, and probably a little better without all that noise. Talk to you next time, guys. Bye-bye.